Morning, folks. Welcome, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas yesterday. And my guest today is Ray Connolly, and we're going to talk about, well, I call him an Olympic welder there. He is a world-class welder, and we're going to explain what that is and what that means throughout the show, as Ray is very gracious to spend his Christmas holiday joining us for a few minutes this morning. What is going on? You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, here on Channel 100 or Channel 25 in Florida, as well over in Salem on Channel 3. We do appreciate you tuning in. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thanks very much. What's going on around the area? Can you believe it? Even during the Christmas holiday, there are a few things going on, a few community events taking place today. Over at the Heritage Woods here in Flora at 12:30 today, Eileen Enlow is going to be tickling the ivories down there. She's probably going to play for about an hour, again from 12:30 to around 1:30. I wonder if they have, I don't know if they've finished up, though they've certainly finished up the voting on the Christmas trees, but I didn't see a release. I'll have to get with Valerie to see which Christmas tree won their big competition. Also today, over at the Holiday in Olney, it is that's the American Red Cross blood drive. They're going to go for 4 hours today. I must tell you, I would think that the day after Christmas would be the worst day of all to have a blood drive, wouldn't you? Don't you think you'd be basically getting gravy or something for instead of blood?
For sure.
Something awful like that.
Some high cholesterol.
Yeah, high cholesterol. Yeah, get some high cholesterol blood in that blood drive today. But again, it's at 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock today, and that's at the Holiday, the hotel over there in Olney. Probably the smartest thing to do, go ahead and go to go to redcrossblood.org and look on there, and it shows you where the drives are, as well as giving you the opportunity to fill out the pre-form, and you're able to speed your way right through there. So yeah, that is, again, redcrossblood.org. Also tonight, this evening, it's the diabetes education group meeting, which actually does make a ton of sense during December, the day after Christmas. They have it planned on this day every month, but it just works out this month. And that's at 4 o'clock, and that will be at the conference room at the Clay County Hospital out here. 4 o'clock today, the diabetes education group meeting. If you have that kind of issue, by golly, all means, you probably need a little bit of help this time of year. Everybody does. What's on Wabash? All kinds of good things on television tonight. It's the return of Vikings. If you're a big fan of the History Channel show, that's on Channel 603 at 8 o'clock tonight. I think they're entering I think they said their 5th season or something tonight, getting under. Do you watch, you a big Vikings fan?
I've been told I need to.
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Season. I got a lot of catching up to do.
I don't know if it's the violence or what, but all kinds of stuff going on with Vikings. Plus today, now you see, you might be more into this. This is the bowl season, football bowl season.
Oh yeah, right.
Do you care?
I got a game that I'm going to be watching on the 29th, Alabama and Oklahoma.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
That's probably about that.
You you a big Roll Tide fan?
Alabama. That's where I was born.
No kidding. All right. Well, that's
Alabama.
They're picked to win by what, 10 points now?
Yeah. That's close call though. Their last game. So we'll see.
In that Georgia game, yeah, that was a dandy. The bowl games that are on today, it's the First Responder Bowl in Dallas. That's Boston College versus Boise State. That'll be starting today at 12:30 on ESPN channel 601. 3 games, so that's the first of 3 games today. Quick Lane Bowl. I think Quick Lane is I believe it's a oil change place, and that is the games in Detroit. It'll feature Minnesota versus Georgia Tech. Paul Johnston's last game at Georgia Tech, so that might be fun. That'll be at 4:15 this afternoon, and then that's also on ESPN. They're all on ESPN. The Cheez-It Bowl is in Phoenix tonight. TCU versus California. Oh, you don't want to miss the Cheez-It Bowl, as it's always a lot of fun with those little Cheez-It commercials. One other thing in sports going on tonight. The NBA is back in action, as the NHL will get back tomorrow night. Minnesota plays the Bulls this evening. The Timberwolves at the Bulls. That is tonight at 7 p.m. That'll be on NBC Sports Chicago channel. That's channel 643. And take a look for that. So as folks are starting to get back in the swing of things during the holiday season. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Ray Connolly, and we're going to talk about all kinds of different things about how to go about. I got to figure out how to be a welder. I mean, it sounds like if it's taking you around the world, and it's taking you around the world, right?
Yes, yeah.
Outstanding.
A few times.
A few times. We'll talk to Ray when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area, with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only, with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right, or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Bruce Dickey, thanks so much for joining today. My guest is Ray Connolly. Ray Connolly currently resides in the Metro East area, I guess, right? Where you in?
Cedar Hill, Missouri.
Oh, Cedar Hill, Missouri. I thought you were in Illinois side.
Well, that's just where I'm from. Most.
That's okay. All right. I did know that. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the show. Thanks very much. He is. Tell us your local roots and what you actually. How now? I know that you wanted to be here, and the reason you came to Flora, Illinois, was to be on this show. But there's kind of another ancillary reason too. Tell me why else you're here.
Yeah, I came here to hang out with my in-laws and family. Celebrate Christmas. Yeah.
You got Christmas. Now, what's your family?
What do you mean? What?
Do you have your wife and kids that the people of Flora from Flora might know?
Oh,
wife,
Mike
kids?
Cheney, June Cheney.
Yeah. Who are you married to?
Ray Connolly.
Okay. And how long you been married?
12 years.
Well,
or 11. I'm sorry, 11 years. Been together 12.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Tell me about yourself, because we're going to get into welding. We've got all kinds of stuff here to show as well. As a matter of fact, I'll just pop the screen that shows all the different kinds of welds you have going on here. Tell me a little bit about your early upbringing. How did you get into welding? The reason I ask, well, other than you being here to talk about it, the reason I ask, I went to shop class in 8th grade. And when I built a little shovel. Did you guys build shovels in shop class?
Yeah, we built a toolbox, actually.
You built a toolbox?
Yeah.
It kind of took a hold of you a little bit more than it took a hold of me, I guess. Well, tell me about about how you got involved.
So in that shop class, we actually got to do a chapter in welding. So we got to travel to the weld shop class for a week.
Okay.
And so I got to play with fire for a week and kind of, I got the bug.
Is that right? You see, and okay, well, let's tell people you got the bug. So are you a professional welder now?
Well, I'm actually a welding engineer.
A welding engineer for whom?
Yeah, for DRS Technologies, Marlow Coil.
Okay.
In High Ridge, Missouri. We're a naval defense contractor.
Okay. So you're welding items to go onto anything. Could be going on to...
Yeah, mostly, pretty much every ship in the fleet. We do heat exchangers and HVAC equipment.
Okay.
For the entire Navy fleet.
Is that right? How big's the organization?
My company is, I'd say we're roughly almost 200 employees. DRS Technologies as a whole, thousands.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's cool. Okay, now, so you're a welder for these folks. Are you helping design some of the stuff, or as a welder, do they have it designed for you, and then you figure out how to build it?
So, as a welding engineer,
yeah.
So, a new program will come in, and we'll take a look at the drawings, what we have to build. I'll look at materials, the design, and I'll have to qualify welding procedures that will, efficiently and effectively weld these things together.
So you're basically helping design the procedure for not only your company. I'm assuming that they use it at other companies as well.
Yeah, I help. I work with our sister companies as well, developing welding procedures. And as well as training too. So I take care of the welder certification program. I train welders. Obviously, I've got a bit of background in that. But mainly it's working to develop, cost-effective processes to manufacture or put these weldments together. I
guess what I'm getting at, and the question that I'm wondering that folks around the folks that are watching this show from around here might have. A lot of farmers, a lot of folks out in the field, a lot of folks do their own welding.
Yeah.
The difference, I guess I'm trying to make sure that I highlight the difference between what you do and what some guy is doing in the back of his shop.
So I'll tell you one of the big programs that we just kicked off a year ago was so my company was challenged with or tasked with building these cooling tubes that will go inside the main propulsion motor of the new Columbia-class nuclear submarines.
Really?
So
you're building devices that are going into a nuclear fusion engine.
Yeah, so it's an electric motor. So this motor is 18 feet in diameter. It's a new technology.
Yeah.
Obviously, a motor. It's going to have it's got Inconel 600 cooling tubes that'll run throughout the inside of the motor.
You can tell me these things, right? You're not violating.
Right.
No. I just want to. I don't want you to violate any. I don't want you to violate any secret classifications.
Yeah, you won't know anything any more than you need to know.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, I don't know much.
Right. So I was challenged or tasked with coming up with a welding procedure to put these tubes together, at which the failure of which will obviously cause leakage within this motor that will pretty much kill the motor and leave the sub dead in the water. So to where if these welds fail, our sailors would be stuck at sea and sitting ducks. So
sitting on the bottom of the ocean, possibly.
Well, they could come to the top, but then again, they're sitting ducks.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I had to develop this welding procedure. It's an orbital welding procedure, so it's an automated welding procedure. So pretty much take any human element, out of the welding, except for cleaning and prepping and stuff like that. So
when you say orbital, I guess I'm not certain what that means. Is that the device that's going around?
Yeah. So it's basically it's a machine, or a head we call it, and it clamps around this tube, and it's got a tungsten electrode that'll orbitally go around the tube and fuse it autogenously together to make a.
There's a word I'm not even going to ask you what it means, or how to spell it. Maybe in the break. Antogenously.
Autogenously.
Autogenously. Okay. All right. Tell me then, when you were making the toolbox, building the toolbox back in shop class, is that when it clicked and you said, "Hey man, I'm actually pretty good at this, and I'm having a good time doing this"? Is that when it clicked that this might be something you want to do?
Yeah. Well, I actually always had plans to, after high school, to go into the Army. Had taken all the testing, talked to the recruiters, had everything set up to go, and then my senior year is when I got into the competition welding, and that's kind of where it took off from there, because I actually went to state. I made it to the state Illinois state welding competition, where I took second place, and I barely lost. And I knew I could have won.
Were you a senior?
Yes, I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
And so in order to keep competing, I had to go to college and compete at the post-secondary level. And so that's what brought me into college, and saw how much of a career I could make out of welding. And
where'd you go to school?
So I went to Collinsville High School, and my competition welding career took me into Southwestern Illinois College.
Okay.
Which was Belleville area college.
Yeah, SWIC, I guess.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I did not know that they had high school welding competitions.
Yeah. So there's an organization called Skills USA that pretty much runs the national portion of these trade competitions, kind of like the trade Olympics here within the United States. And so that was I had to join within Skills USA, and
had to reach a particular level.
Yeah, had to take written tests and before I could even go to the hands-on portion of the competition. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. How many people do that?
Lots. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but they're a pretty big organization.
Okay. Talking here today to Ray Connolly. We're talking about, he's a world-class welder. He has traveled around the world welding, and we're going to talk about some of the competitions and how this works when we return. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. That's Ray Connolly. We'll be back right after these words. Do please stick around. Right back.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lamonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today, it is Ray Connolly, and he's from Missouri. How far from St. Louis is your city? Where are you?
I'd say 45, 50 minutes
easy
south.
Easy drive.
Yeah.
How far is what's your commute every day? If you don't mind me asking personal questions.
No, 20 minutes.
All right, well, that's handy.
Yeah.
Okay, he is an Olympic welder, and folks may be wondering what I'm talking about when I say Olympic welder. Well, you started out going to state competition with high school. You got to national collegiate competition, I presume.
Yeah.
Where did they hold the nationals? The Final Four.
When I went to nationals, it was actually in Kansas City. It was held in Kansas City for quite some time. And I guess the organization and the things got so big, they actually just recently ended up moving it to Louisville, Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
And so it's been in Louisville, Kentucky the past couple of years. And I think they're getting ready to make another jump or move to Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
here in
really?
A couple years, yeah.
Well, Atlanta, you can handle a huge number of people down there.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to ask stupid questions here for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Just to warn you.
No such thing. No such thing.
Do they have decathlons or something when you're in the welding competition? How does a welding competition work? What exactly is a welding competition? Because I know I got a couple buddies who think they're pretty doggone good welders. Would they be able to go into a welding competition and be able to compete just being a jackleg farmer welder?
Well, you got to go through a school or a college, high school, which would be the secondary level, or college, which is post-secondary level. And you have to take a written test. Regional, some states have regional competitions that you get through, and then you make it to the state competition. And if you got to win. So if you win state, then you represent your state at nationals.
Well, how do you win state? I mean, what's the competition involved?
So the competition involves a series of projects and time. So you've got a time limit, you got a drawing, you got pieces of metal. You put the pieces of metal together in a certain time. You follow the print. You utilize the processes specified on the print. The print tells you where to put them. So obviously you got to put them in the right place. They give you the weld sizes, so you gotta make the welds the right size.
And it's all freehand.
Yes, all manual welding in position. You can't flip the projects around. So say a project like this.
Let's take a look at that first project there.
So say a project like this, you would have to weld this project with this base plate here flat on the table. And weld it in position. So obviously you got your flat welds, your vertical welds, your horizontal welds. And you would.
Is this one a little bit more ticklish?
Yeah, so obviously right here, right. So like with the stainless steel, this project you get into purging. So all these joints, all your corner joints and butt joints and your pipe joints are required to have full penetration, to where that'll be assessed and scored on the inside as well. So some of the scoring aspects again get into how straight are the beads.
I see that.
Do they have full penetration? Are they the right? Do they have too much reinforcement? Not enough reinforcement?
How do you get in? All right, how are they measuring? You said that you're going to measure the inside.
So we go in there with a mirror and we look. Obviously, that would be assessed for, did we completely penetrate that joint, that weld joint? So we would be able to go in there with a mirror and look at it and see if it, had reinforcement on the inside and was completely fused. And then we would be able to give that competitor marks for that assessment. So there's multiple assessments.
Are they also forced to do the cutting, or does the center part here that open?
All these pieces are cut, laying on the table. Yeah, already. They're like, for the stainless steel, they would have been all laser cut to size. And again, that's where the competitor has to follow the print and put it together. And follow directions.
And this is stainless steel right here?
Yeah, so that's stainless steel. So that would be all TIG welded.
TIG welded.
TIG welded, yeah. So that's
TIG welded. What's TIG welding?
So that's, they call it tungsten inert gas. So it's kind of like torch welding.
Torch welding.
Yeah, so you holding a torch in one hand, you got a piece of filler in the other, and then a remote control that adjusts your amperage or your heat, as you would call it.
Oh, I tell you what, I know nothing about welding. This is all a learning experience. So the next one there is that a competition piece too?
Yeah, so this would be the aluminum. So this is part of the sheet metal module.
Let me see the aluminum, because we're too far out of the screen. Oh, it's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Being aluminum. All right. And what kind of welding is this then?
So that's also TIG welding.
Okay.
So again, this would be what we'd call part of a particular module, the sheet metal module, where the competitors.
So basically, you're leaving this open. You're leaving this open so you can get in there and look at the inside welds
exactly.
too.
Assess the penetration. Is there too much penetration? Not enough penetration on all the seams.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That is all right. So how's this judged? Like how many points do somebody get?
So like I was saying, there's to this module, there's aspects. There's multiple aspects.
Yeah.
And so, for example, one aspect would be, is there excessive face reinforcement or weld reinforcement on the butt joints? So we would have to go through and assess all the butt joints and measure the height and make sure it was within a given tolerance allotted by the drawing. And so that would be example of one. Another one would be, is there penetration on the inside? So we would assess it for.
All right, is the penetration, is there an error that a person could make that is an automatically disqualifying error?
Yeah.
Leaving a hole, maybe?
Yeah. So your typical defects in welding, would be like undercut, porosity, lack of fusion, things like that. So there are aspects for that as well. Is there porosity?
Yeah.
And within the project. So we would go through and looking for project or
porosity, meaning. All right, if I make sure I'm correct, porous. Meaning there's a hole.
Hole, exactly.
Meaning there's a hole in it.
There was gas trapped in the weld while it was in a liquidous state. Right.
Wow. This is entirely more detail-oriented than I ever imagined.
At this level, yes, it's very detailed.
Wow. So are these projects that you've done previous competitions, or what are those?
So these are previous like these I'd say I think they were from 2011, London, England. So my competitor that I was training would have made these two projects right here.
Did you? Okay, now by 2011, you had already stopped competing, right?
Yes.
Okay. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to get into the competitions, the world competitions, when we return. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're talking welding, and I'm learning an entirely new part of. That's the thing. There had to have been good welding competitions 100 years ago too, right?
Actually, this World Skills Tour, I want to say they started in '77.
So 40 years ago.
So they've been around for a minute.
Been around for a little while. That's pretty cool. Talking here to Ray Connolly. He is a world-class welder. And when we return, we're going to talk about that world stuff and how the World Skills Organization works. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV and in Salem on Channel 3, here in Florida on Channel 100 and Channel 25. And we'll be back right after these. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Ray Connolly. He is a world-class welder, a former champion welder, as he's now out of the train. Do they have an adult division, an open division, or is it does it all stop at the youth level?
Well, you can't be, for world skills, you can't be 23 the year of the competition. Okay. So the big, we'll call it the Olympic welding competitions, there is an age limit. However, the American Welding Society at their FabTech international welding shows, they hold a professional welding competition where they actually pay money for the top three.
Prize money.
Prize money, yeah, and I want to say it's.
Have you ever participated in that?
No, I have not.
Well, I didn't know if the world skills people since you're training. Right. I don't know if they would like that.
Yeah, they might. There might be some red flags that go up.
All right, let's tell everybody what the World Skills Organization is. This is an organization that tests skills of the kids in numerous different things, right?
Yes.
Like what?
So there's obviously welding. There's sheet metal, auto body, stone masonry, carpentry, to name a few. Culinary arts.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. It's pretty. If you can think of a trade, it's probably going to be represented at World Skills.
And do they have annual competitions, or how often do they meet for the competitions?
So World Skills is every 2 years in a different host country.
Okay. And you competed here when?
I competed in 1999 in Montreal, Canada.
How'd you do?
I was a gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
out of hundreds of competitors, right?
Well, you could say that, but in the actual welding competition, I believe at the time when I competed, there was 34 different countries competing at the time in the welding competition.
Now there are more than that?
Now there's more than that, right. It's continuing to grow. It seems like every year more countries are getting involved with World Skills, and I want to say we're up to 43 different countries now.
When you go to one of these tournaments, how long does it take? What's the length of time? Is it 2.5 weeks like the Olympics? Is it a week long?
It's 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks for me, because the experts will go over first, and and we all come together collectively and we work on the next competition. We come up with, we try to stay keep up with industry, with processes and materials and what have you. And we'll all, it's kind of like United Nations. We're all voting on, the processes and the materials and the rules of the competition and stuff like that to keep up with industry.
We're building these things. We're building this thing. Let me show.
Yes, we are.
How long does it take? How long do they give the competitors to build this?
So when I was competing, I had 24 hours to build or to finish all modules of the competition. So there's no set time limit per se for that particular project. It's just we have to, within 24 hours or 4 days, we have to complete test plates, test pipes, fillet weld, coupons, these sheet metal projects, and a pressure vessel. All within, now the competition, I want to say it's come down to 18 hours.
Is that right?
Yeah. From
all right, now this 24 or 18, either one, are you, do you get a chance to sleep in that, or are you basically working on this the whole time?
No, it's over 4 days. So, yeah, so you'll get to go home, you'll put in we actually do shift work now. For what we call sustainability, less of a carbon footprint. So within the competition, and so we work 2 shifts. So every other day, one day you'll be first shift, the next day you'll be second shift in the competition.
Where are some of the different places that you have? See, now you probably haven't missed one of these skills competitions since you won, right?
Well, no, actually, so after I won, I came into our committee that helps choose and pick our U.S. competitor, and I served on that committee and helped out as shop master, and I went and helped judge our local competitions and what have you. And then in 2009, I took over for what they call my expert.
At the international level.
At the international level, where I became. I became expert in 2009 in Calgary, Canada. So I was supposed to go actually shadow him to learn about it, and but he wasn't able to actually make it. So I kind of got thrown in, and we came home. We took silver medal that year.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, you're working at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you say you're due for a champ again.
Yeah. So we've kind of had the past 2 competitions. We've been top 5. And we're really hoping for a podium.
When's the next competition?
Next year in Kazan, Russia. 2019, yeah.
Kazan. Where is Kazan?
So Kazan is...
Or do you know?
Yeah, I do. It's actually, I don't know how many hours, maybe a few hours east of Moscow.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking you were heading towards Siberia. I didn't know if you were quite to Siberia, but you're heading that direction.
Yeah. Right in the heart of Russia.
That's nice. Have you ever been to Russia?
No, this will be my first time.
Well, that's cool. All right? Where has this taken you?
So I've been
Calgary,
Canada,
Montreal.
Montreal, Canada, where I competed. First year expert. 2009 was Calgary, Canada. 2011 was London, England. 2013 was Leipzig, Germany.
Really?
And 2015 was Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Oh my!
And 2017 was Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates.
So this competing has taken you all over the world.
Yes.
And to some places that are not your general typical touristy spots, right?
Right.
How many folks go to Leipzig, Germany?
I don't know.
Because I've been to Germany and I didn't go to Leipzig.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's cool. What's your favorite place? We'll talk about that end one here in the next segment, because I want to talk about Chandler Vincent. But what was your favorite place to go?
My favorite place, I would have to say, was probably, I really liked the United Arab Emirates. That was pretty neat. Abu Dhabi, and I also got to go up to Dubai. One of the companies that was cutting our material was from Dubai, so we had to go up and manage one of our suppliers that was supplying our material.
Yeah.
And that was really interesting. It was good to see. I mean, the technology is unbelievable.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, is there a point? Presumably, I mean, since you're already an engineer and you're engineering the process behind non-human welding, is there a point when this competition becomes less necessary? Or because it's basically a skills competition to help build things.
Right.
And is there some point, or do you see it at some point in the future where robotics will be able to take charge of it?
Well, automation is always going to be huge in manufacturing, but
yeah, I guess so.
on the construction side of things, there's always going to be manual welding. You're never going to get rid of it.
Really?
Never.
Why so?
Because there's so many.
Because once you've built the process,
there's no consistency. So with automation, you need consistency. So you got to set up for the same thing every single time, over and over and over again. Whereas in construction, you've got so many off the wall. I mean, I don't know if you've ever done any remodeling or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I worked in building materials industry.
Nothing ever goes the way that you want it to go.
Yeah.
So
contracting is something goes wrong.
Right. Something goes wrong. Something doesn't fit the way that it's supposed to go. Something doesn't fit here.
You have to reverse engineer something.
Yeah, right? You might have to take something apart or fish a guy up through a pipe or something like that to make a repair. It's always going to be manual welding.
All right, I'm going back to the traveling. How's the food in Abu Dhabi?
It was great.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What do they feed you? See, I mean, you see that it's an Arab country, so you wonder, is it just going to be mainly Arabian food, or are they going to have Abu Dhabi's kind of westernized more than say Saudi Arabia or something, right?
It is, but we got to experience a lot of their culture too. They even took us out in one of their desert camps, and fed us basically it was like a barbecue style, and lots of different meats and rice.
Yeah.
They've got a heavy Indian influence in the region, so lots of Indian food, which is really good too. So it was.
So I'm entirely wrong then saying that I've learned basically all I know about Abu Dhabi from watching, say, James Bond or Mission Impossible.
So I can say that they're very smart, very, very smart. They've come with what you see on the TVs and what they've come up to that in like 40 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They've come out of the desert to where they are now in 40 years.
They've built huge cities
Yes.
in no time.
In no time. And they're only getting bigger. And I want to say, so we actually got to go to their, in D.C., their
embassy?
their embassy. And so they got the Team USA ready for, prepared us for going over, and they spoke to, where they were going. And I want to say they were saying they were going to have a space program in 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to have their own space program.
Wow.
So it's fascinating.
What an opportunity. Mm-hmm. What an opportunity. How do kids get into it now?
So,
tell you what, let's
high
do.
School.
You think about that.
Right.
And we'll get how kids get into it, and we'll talk about that when we return. You're watching a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest, Ray Connolly, and we'll be back. We're going to talk about that, as well as we're going to look at that big behemoth down there at the end. I might drag it a little bit closer to and see what all goes into it. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Let's finish up what you were talking about. If a kid out there is watching, has just taken shop class, and we'll scoot that just a smidge farther away so it's not in front of your face. How do they get involved?
So again, we talked about that organization called Skills USA.
Yeah.
So if your high school is affiliated with that organization, you obviously want to look into it, talking to your teachers. I think every school has a manager, like a
guidance counselor.
A lead role that kind of manages all the Skills USA efforts within that high school. And you show interest that you'd like to sign up and compete and
what online spot, the best place to look online to find more information about this?
skillsusa.org.
skillsusa.org or worldskills.org to see more information about the competitions. All right, let's talk about this beast right there. What do you have? What are we looking at?
Yes, that is a beast.
That is a beast. How long did it take him to make that?
So
I guess it's an 18-hour competition.
Yeah, so they've got 18 hours to do this and those other modules, but I think we pretty much have to manage our time and do this particular module in 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah, so we had to get that welded out in 8 hours and cleaned and holding pressure.
And that's made out of I said pig iron, but that's not quite pig iron, is it?
Yeah, that's 3/8 plate, carbon steel, with every seam, every joint welded in position as it sits, just like as it on the table right now.
How many pieces is that to start? Was that a dozen?
Yeah,
I'm sitting there.
I'd probably say there's 20, 25 pieces.
Yeah, and the interesting thing to me is that you're having to build the basically what I would call the gutter spout, the downspout for the gutter. Right. That's kind of what that is.
Yeah. So this also tests the competitor in multiple processes. So there's 4 welding processes that make up this module right here. So they've got MIG welding, got flux core welding, TIG welding, and stick welding.
And who was this that worked on this?
So this particular project was made by Chandler Vincent while he was training with me before he represented the United States in 2017 in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, this is a training device. Did the one that he made in Abu Dhabi resemble this, or was it an entirely different? Okay, so they
resembled this one.
They work on what they're going to end up building in competition.
Yes.
Okay.
Up to a point that we do throw some curveballs at them when they show up.
Really?
Yeah.
What's a curveball? What is a typical curveball?
Typical curveball is we may move some of the plates around. We may move them in to create a different joint, a different type of seam, different position. We may turn a pipe sideways or stick it on a different side of the vessel. May change up. They may have been training with, say, flux core on one side of the vessel and MIG welding on the other side of the vessel, and we might switch sides.
So they have to. You're basically working on. I mean, if you're right-handed, it might be a little bit more of a pain in the neck to build something on the other side.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, especially with pipe welding. Yeah. So if you're limited to one hand, or it's gonna hurt you.
Let's talk just a little bit. We were talking in the break about how you guys test this thing. So you're gonna put air compression
Actually, water.
Water compression.
We hydrostatically test it. Yeah.
Hydrostatically test it. All right. And how much is it? Do you get a lot more pressure with water than air, I guess?
No, it's safer. It's a safer practice because water does not compress, whereas air does.
Yeah.
So if there were a failure or a rupture, the amount or the volume of air that if we were to test this at 1,000 psi would be catastrophic and could actually kill somebody.
Oh, it would blow the thing up.
Yeah, with water, it doesn't compress. If we have a failure or a rupture, it'll pretty much just maybe a little squirt comes out.
Okay, so you're throwing 1,000 psi, pounds per square inch of water into this.
Yes.
At what depth would that be similar to? Do you know that? I was wondering that. I would ask you earlier, but the question just popped in my head. Submarines have to be ready to go so deep.
Yeah, I don't know, but I wouldn't say it's not a 1-to-1. It's not going to be 1,000 feet. It'll be a lot less.
Well, yeah. Usually, people can only dive to 300 before they're getting.
There's a lot of pressure, a lot of water. Just even at 100 feet, there's a lot of water over your head. So it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's cool. So, have you ever seen one?
Fail?
Fail?
Yes, I have.
What happens when they fail? Because it seems like when one would start to fail, it would go pretty quick.
Well, yeah. So they go real fast. To the point where you'll get soaked if you're standing, you're inspecting it up close and personal, and it lets go. You'll get wet.
But you won't get hurt. It won't blow out.
Right. And as long as you get all the air out of it. Now, there's some times where I've seen it also. Different designs of the vessels where you can trap a lot of air in there, and then as you're pumping all that water in there and forcing it in there, that air does compress. And if there's a rupture, then things can get a little dangerous. So we take a lot of precautions in making sure we get all the air out of these things.
Let's see that other thing. I want to see the Christmas gift that you made for Mike. This is, of course, everybody knows, a lot of folks know Mike Chaney, and he's been working on a particular project for quite some time, which he likes to call the Taj, short for Taj Mahal. How long did that take you to build? This probably took you about, now granted, Mike's in the room, so we can say you've been working on this for months and months and months, but I'm guessing that's not quite true.
No, it didn't. It didn't take me too long. I've got at the school I teach part time at. We've got a CNC plasma table that I can program a font in there, get it cut out on the table, and I did a little prep work to the pieces.
Well, you're an engineer for crying out loud. You ought to have been able to do this pretty quickly. Right. That's nice work though. Yeah. And you intended to have the paint coming off of it like that to give it the distressed look.
Yeah, give it a little rustic.
That's really cool. Do you do spec jobs if I wanted something to?
Yeah, I actually might have to start getting into that.
No kidding.
These signs that people want. I can cut out. I can go on to Google Images and pull an image off Google.
Yeah.
Put it into the software and tweak it and trim it up a little bit or whatever and cut it out on the table.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, you see, now you've got your second career.
Yeah. No, that's going to be my hobby support.
Well, I gotta tell you, that's really cool. That's nice work. And has Mike told you where he's gonna? Mike, where are you gonna put it?
Where everybody will see it.
Well, that's good. That's nice of him to say. At least he's not going to leave it in the case or something like that, Ray.
All right.
Well, I tell you, that congratulations, Ray, on all the success, because this skills competition, as the world mechanizes, you wonder if it becomes a dying art. But you guys keep that kind of thing alive, and you're going to have it, aren't we?
Yes, always.
Well,
trades are very important.
By the way, where's Chandler Vincent from?
He's from Utah.
So it's people from all over the world, all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah, so that's what our process. Yeah, pretty much we pull from a pool from all over the United States to pick our
Who's going in 19?
We have not picked them yet. Right now we're down to 3 guys.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck to them. Best of luck to you. Hey, folks, that's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey for today. Thank you so much for watching. Guest Ray Connolly, we do appreciate it. Best of luck in the next World Skills competition.
Thank you.
WorldSkills.com. We'll talk to y'all real soon.